Oh, greetings everyone. This is Gerard and welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the Truth. I'm sitting here scrolling down to see what type of videos are available for me to watch. It's nothing like a good serial killer documentary to keep my attention. Let me see. I always scroll past the dating sites. So I'm paying attention to that. Of course, you have your news pundits like Roland Martin. Let me see. There's always someone complaining about someone else, and there's always a show um, uh, critiquing someone else's uh, uh, behavior. I guess the thing what it is, or it seems to be always be someone that they want to pile on and want to talk about, and because I guess that person is kind of like in the in the in the cycle of Twitter or what have you. Uh, they I guess they figure I'd draw attention to theirs. But being Ronnie Dangerfield is always a good person to check out his old they're old jokes. I've been to Ronnie Dangerfield's club a long time ago. And I enjoy listening to him. I get no respect. Take my wife, please. uh, Watching the old fights, the old boxing matches, fights that were in my era, but I wasn't drawn to. Okay, me go. I'm recording now. Go. I don't want to. I don't want to see you. What did I just say? I don't want to see you. My God, I don't want to hit the camera. She's coming back again. Just hold on a second. She's very determined. Let me go. Helen must have went out there and told her that I gave her something, and so I guess I can give her something. Now go. Here, Okimi, and there, Helen. Okay. Now, come over, get my little equalizer. Okay. So anyway, I was talking about some of the old fights I've been in a couple of professional boxing matches. Which one? I went to one where, what's his name? He killed someone in the ring. I saw that fight. I can't remember. I can't remember his name. Well, I always remember his name. I used to shoot for this guy who was a custom limousine stretcher. His name was Stretch, as a matter of fact. And he was a fighter, so he always got me in to see fights. And now you'll get your ass up out of here. God forbid she knocked down my phone. So anyway, I had to get her attention. So, and I used to go to watch fights. He said, get me to watch, take me to fights. And it was nice. And I also been ringside at a couple of fights, like Roy Jones. I watched Roy Jones and Trinidad, what his name. I was ringside at that fight. So I've been to a couple of good fights in my life. And it's funny because when I was in New York and I was younger, I was driving I had a Cadillac at that time. And I was driving on Madison Avenue or Fifth Avenue, whichever one. Let's see, Madison goes up Fifth Avenue, heading down by the plaza. And traffic was bumper to bumper. Now, the thing about my Cadillac is that I didn't have brakes. I mean, very little brakes. I mean, let me tell you, and I was right in front of the plaza, and right then, Muhammad Ali was through the traffic, and my car hit the brakes, and it tapped the bumper right between and he had hopped up on my bumper, went like this, like this. I thought, wow, just think I could have ended the champ's career right there, crushing his legs between my car and the car in front of me. So anyway, I also met him. Oh, come on, please. Last thing I want to have is something to come on that's going to make me, be blocked or what have you. So, like I said, I could have ended his. I also met a lot of them, at one of the promotions that I was doing. I was with a boxer named Lumberjack Lou, and he was the only father and son Golden Glove champions in New York. And so I helped him set up the ring for a major fight that they were having. And at that fight, there was Joe Frazier, Ken Norton, who else was it? Green, and a few other fighters who were there, who I was able to meet and get a picture of. So I've been around greatness, so it was fantastic. But anyway, so I can always watch one of those fights. But let me tell you about a show, in case you don't know, a show that I watch a lot. But and of course, I watch my occasional westerns. I love western movies. I love horses. I love it. Oh, on the count of three, you draw. So I like watching those kind of movies. And, of course, it's always good, good. Good beats evil, or it's always the victor. So anyway, I forgot the terminology that they use and everything. But one show that I used to watch a long time ago that I'm watching now and I really enjoy it. Are you ready? I mean, of course, I watch my occasional, Dragnet. Dragnet's always something good to watch. But one show I enjoy watching, and it's called The Fugitive with David Jensen. I mean, I like that movie I like that series a whole lot. It's well done. The stories, the plot is always the same. He's an escaped fugitive, and he's running from a police lieutenant named Lieutenant Gerard. So he's running from Gerard. And he always ends up some weird kind of job. He's a doctor who was accused of murdering his wife. And the train derailed while heading him to the execution chamber. And he was able to escape. And he's been running. At the time of the murder, he saw one armed man running from the scene. And so he's quest to find that one armed man, and Gerard's quest to find him. And it's just interesting, the different stories within a story within a story, that what takes place. He's going to be found out. Gerard's going to be right there, and he's going to fall in love with somebody somewhere along the line. Martin Luther King Jr. and Heretta King, great shot. And so anyway, it's always interesting to watch. So I watch that. I might say I've been watched that. And then, of course, you got your paternity courts and your couples courts that me and I like to watch. It's something that she can follow along pretty good, as well as The Fugitive. What did she say to me the other day? She said, so-and-so was suspect. I said, oh, suspect. It's very good. You're learning. I forgot when she said something, but it's fun whenever to see the knowledge creep in, and she's learning. So it's a good show. But I have some news for you. A couple of weeks ago, I made the trip to Cebu. I was going into the U.S. Embassy, and the embassy was closed like this. So it was a long, drawn-out trip. But it wasn't, because I was able to catch up with Ellen, and we were able to do that commercial that we did promoting the schools, my last video. And it was something, I put that together in like about less than an hour, it's it's all about the creative mind to be able to do something and bring everything. See, plans are nothing more, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. You have to have a plan, and you have to put action behind it to make it happen. So the whole time I was there, I'm thinking about how to do this commercial, how we're going to do it like this. And then at the same time, I'm looking for location, because, you're in the Philippines. So, there's no really, and it's hot. So you don't want to be walking out somewhere trying to do a commercial But I was able to find a blank wall, and we were able to write the dialogue with a little help from Mike. By the way, he added in a line in there, which I really appreciate. I always appreciate it when someone else can contribute to a project. There's nothing like that. But anyway, so 2 weeks ago, we were in Cebu, and Ellen has been in a terrible accident. Here she is laying in bed with her daughter, Chrissy, who was a script girl. Now, I'm going to show you the injury now, but for those of you who are a little squeamish and want to turn your head and don't want to see it, do so now. I will give you a couple of moments to the side. Okay, that's enough. Okay. This is what happened to her. She was a passenger on a scooter, and whoever was driving came too close to a parked van, and as you can see, it took off a large chunk of her knee. There were a couple of injuries, scrapes and what have you, but that was the major injury. So she needed operation. She was able to get the operation. She still needs some more medical attention, which I'm sure will be provided for her some way somehow. But it was just a tragic thing to have happened to her. I told Chrissy, or the daughter, she'll get better and be able to dance again. So anyway, so that's what happened. But what I'm going to share with you today, I had a family outing, and Mia's sisters, her family came to visit us for lunch. And I'm going to try to remember the sequence of shots I'm going to put up on, beside me right here while I am talking about this. And one shot is that the first thing that they did, see, in the Philippines, when they barbecue, it doesn't take much to barbecue for them. They can make a barbecue anywhere, which is absolutely, sometimes it can be amazing, ingenious, kind of MacGyver type shit. So they get this bag of charcoal that they get, and this bag of charcoal is actually coconut shells. It's coconut shells that are dried out, I think, or whatever, and it almost looks like charcoal. So as you can see here, they are building the little bed, I guess, that they're going to put the charcoal on. And they put the charcoal on, and they, they meticulously put the charcoal in different areas, so, and then they fan it. It's not like a flaming queen type of fire. It's just smoldering. It's like smoked. Everything is like smoke. I mean, we are accustomed to when we barbecue. Now that's a fire. Now that's a fire. Spray lighter fluid. That's how we're used to doing barbecues in the U.S. Baby, you don't see no flames, it ain't cooking. Like this. But here it's kind of different. They kind of fan things, as you can see in the picture. It's fanning like this, and they blow it to keep the charcoals, the embers of the charcoal red, to keep it hot. And then they wrap the fish up. Fish is usually the first thing that they cook, because I guess fish takes the longest to bake, of course, through the aluminum foil, and they wrap it up and they lay it on a grill like this. And then they turn it over, and they might open it up, and you might see, you see a little bit inside. It's stuffed with tomatoes. I think tomatoes is the only thing that they put inside the fish. Tomatoes, and I asked them, they said it's just tomatoes. So I wouldn't think they put anything else in it other than, might put onions, something like that, but mostly tomatoes. And then they put, the pork chops on there. You can see the pork chops they're putting on there too. This is a very small grill, but homemade. Like I said, you can build it up anywhere. And put the barbecue, put the pork chops on there, as you can see. Okay, and from that, the fish gets done, and more pork chops goes on the grill, as you can see. This is hilarious. And so anyway, but let me introduce you to the chefs. Here's a shot of us. Of course, there are a couple cooking and a couple drinking, and that's what we're doing. We're drinking Red Horse a while. And this is the men thing, you know, the men keeping the men company. You know, we got to stick together. We got to do what we got to do. And so, although the language is, you know, talking is, you know, it was good this time. You know, there were a couple of them that who spoke English, which is good. It's always good when that happens, when you are around a group of Filipinos, and there's one or two who can really speak English well, you know, and understand well. The short guy, as you can see, that's Mia's father. He doesn't speak English at all. It reminds me of one of my first girlfriends. Her name was Carmen de la Zeus, and she was Puerto Rican. And our father could not speak no English. Only thing he could speak was Gerard, go get beer. That's the only thing he could speak to me. Right? Speaking of Ellen, this is one promotional cups. I don't know if you can see it, that I had done for Ellen. When we were shooting, when we were doing the school in Cebu, those are advertisers that were on that outing. And this is there. Okay, so anyway. That's the only thing he could do. I was in the Ukrainian culture, and you know the father didn't speak English, nor the mother, and you know it's it's you ever watch a movie called what was it called? The Quest for Fire. And when I was in film school, you know, where I was studying, I went to Columbia College of Broadcasting in Los Angeles. It was on La Brea Avenue. It was right next to the Red Fox studio. And because I was studying to be a broadcasting engineer, you know, working TV cameras and all that stuff and what have you. That was my goal in Los Angeles. And one of the times, I mean, you learn how to do production and all that stuff like that. And one of the movies we studied was a movie called The Quest for Fire. And The Quest for Fire was a movie that was done with no dialogue, with no talking, no speaking, no dialogue. And it was to show how you can still, I guess, get a message across and move across. And it was about tribal during the, I don't want to say caveman days, but around that era. And how they communicated, just all grunts and groans and stuff like that. And then we did another project, how music played a very important part in films. You know, we studied Max Stein. Max Stein was one of the prominent, you know, music directors in those days. He did a lot of movies like with black and whites, The Big Sleep, which is one of the music. He's done a lot of stuff like Bogart and those very early, you know, dramatic movies. He provided the music and music direction for that. So we also studied that. So anyway, I had gone there. The reason I didn't finish my course was because at that time, being in Los Angeles, my freelance business took off. Working with Bonnie, who is the founder of Programming Party, and the editor-in-chief of The Godfather, and so Mr. James Brown's magazine. And we know if she is a heaven up above, she's teaching people how to network. So because my business took off, I wasn't able to finish my course, but I wasn't complaining because I'm in Hollywood. I'm in Hollywood. So I was doing my thing, boy. But all good things come to an end, and one day we'll talk about that. So anyway, that was the crew who was doing the cooking. And I'll take you inside now so you can meet the chefs. And here they are. Pow. The girls are Mia's sisters, William's sister's husband. And you see, Janessa. Janessa, our housekeeper, there on the end. That's who she is. I had to think of her name. See, I can't read that well, so I go through a whole thing about association. I said, now, Angelica was our first housekeeper. I know it sounds like Angelica, but that's Janessa, Angelica, Janessa. So that's how I was working out in my mind, trying to figure out how to remember her name. So that was Janessa on the end. And then, of course, all of them have coconut climbers. And here they are, the goony goo-goos of the day. There they are. Darling little darlings, aren't they? Very good. Okay, now, when you put all that together and you put it on the table, this is what it looks like. Delicious, wouldn't you say? Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you after all put it together, this is what happens. Okay? And I'll be right back. Okay. Welcome to Gerard Black and the Philippines with the truth. Right now, we're about ready to say grace, and we're going to eat. We're going to welcome you to our home. We'll introduce everybody in a moment. Oh, let's introduce now. Jalessa, come here, Jalessa. Over here. This is our housekeeper, Jalessa. Jalessa, tell everybody your name.
My name is S.G.I.B.
Yes.
I'm Gerard from Valencia.
I'm Gerard and I'm Narciso.
I'm Michael.
I'm Grace. My name is Hannah.
My name is Noreen. This is my baby Sabrina and Samantha.
My name is Nisa.
And where's my Chris?
My Chris, come on, my Chris. My Chris is with his partner. Okay, and this is
Beautiful Mia.
Oh yeah, sorry. This is beautiful Mia. Okay, and I want to welcome all to our home, and we're gonna say grace, dear Heavenly Father. Thank you for bringing us all together for this day. Thank you for our help, each and every one of us. And God bless those who do not have, and please provide for those who can. And those who are sickness, make them well. And those who are well, make them sick. No, but those who are well, look over them and continue to love. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, we're going to eat. Okay.
Eating time. Eh, si Mama, what are you doing? Magsato din dito, magsita mo dito ate. Sige. Sato, napay ka nang gaan-gaan din sa ko. Oo, may satong gaan nila, pwede yung mga gaan. Wala na kami. Ang kanay mo, Juan. Kaya ko mati. Ate Sam, kanay mo mati.
It's recording, right?
Dito ka ka.
Yes.
Okay.
Ate Sam, isang taon na lang.
The first thing they do is that they provide the plates for the children. We don't have a children's table, but we have a children's area. Let me go make sure that it's set up.
Uy, pagkasa na lang. Ah, okay lang. Pagkasa na lang. Wild duck.
Ano siya? Ako po na. Saan ka reklamo na to? Ano siya? Kusara?
Ay, kulang ko, Sarah? Ikaw, Sarah ka. Wala ka? Mukha mo. Pero, karoon na na. Tingnan mo, kami na dito mukha mo. Hindi, may kumatakan. Pero, mga bata. Yato na dito ang tinana.
Okay, we got the kids set up.
Pa, satu ito ang sofa. Wala akong bumara. Ano?
Okay.
Uy, baka ano ba? Ken, ya, lingkod Ken. Oh, lingkod na. No, ya ka, oh, lingkod na.
Okay, if you didn't get it, this is me as father. Say hello, Baba.
Baba.
Okay. He had 6 daughters. We talked about this before.
Eight.
8 daughters. Wow.
Sabi ah. Sunod na lang eh.
And this is one of my nieces. Say hello, say hello. I'm always happy to see her when she comes. You happy to see me? Yeah. It took a long time.
Sister, yes, sister.
Yeah, oh, this is Mia's sister. Oh, this is my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Oh.
What, the same hair?
Yeah. Wow. Oh, no, go ahead, go ahead. Are you sitting down here?
If you want rice, here. Spaghetti. Spaghetti. They almost, now, with the sauce here, I said no, separate. One.
Okay, that's it. Now, what we're having here is this is milkfish. Milkfish. And what's this sauce called? This is it.
Tomato, onion.
This is tomato and onion sauce.
Yeah.
And this is what?
Chicken
Chicken menudo.
Pork chop.
And this is pork chops.
And the chicken, fried chicken is not
Fried chicken is fried. I don't know why you say let's eat and it's not ready.
ready.
No, I know why. Okay, so are you eating what?
Yeah.
What's your plate?
Wait. Kita makan.
Okay.
Chicken.
We have fried chicken, and you know, a brother cannot turn down fried chicken. A black American loves fried chicken. You know, normally the way they make spaghetti is that they make spaghetti and sauce with hot dogs, all that together. But since came with me, I said, no, make the spaghetti separate and make the sauce separate. And that's what this is how we're eating it here today.
Sus na lang sa Filipino po.
torch down. Just mess it up. For those who don't get that, you say, man down, man down. Here it is. Okay. Torch down.
Dadaan ako sa kanong community to may kaya ha. Ay mo sa baso. Mga pala na. Mento. Dadaan na dito. Dadaan dito na. Buhay ang mga baso dire. Wala na.
Ako rin meron na paper towel.
Ay, ang baso nito. Dito tissue, plastic to. Para. Ay, para dito. Hindi ko naman. Para mo asura siya ba? Oo, pantara ko. Para na yung bata.
It's a beautiful Sunday. It started out this morning. Wait till me, I'm gonna It started out raining very, very hard. And we were wondering if they're gonna be able to come. But they're moving from Valencia. And Valencia, who I did a video on before, it rains a lot there. So, but thank goodness the rain stopped and they were able to come. Family is so important in the Philippines. Actually, family is important all over the world. You know, but I know in my culture, I know I say my culture, but that's what I'm talking about, Black American culture. Family is not as strong. We don't have a strong culture. Black Americans do, as Filipinos do, as Koreans do, as Spanish do, as Chinese do, or whatever. See, they have a strong culture because they have a strong background and a strong heritage to be proud about. Black cultures don't, because we are so diluted. We are so diluted, so divided, and so, you know, threatening to one another. That even having something like a family reunion or a get together may end up in. I remember we've had arguments and fights. You know, when I was young, growing up in North Carolina, when we had family reunions. Here in the Filipino culture, it's not like that. You might have a couple that have a little too much red horse, but that's natural. You always got your Uncle Frank, you know. So that's why I say I'm living inside the culture. I love it. I live in the Filipino culture, the Spanish culture, Puerto Rican culture, Ukrainian and Russian culture, you know, Nigerian culture. I lived in a number of cultures. And it's always good to be somewhere when you're accepted. We want to send our best wishes to Ellen White, who since we saw her when we were in Cebu a couple of days ago. She's had a terrible bike accident, and we wish her a speedy recovery. That's one of the things of what you really have to be careful for in the Philippines is riding scooters. You know, it's. I wonder why. I always tell Mia, why are they rushing? Why are they driving so fast? She's like, where you got to go in such a hurry? But my motto is that you gotta be somewhere. Before you rush, just leave early. Oh, baby, you look. Is there something you want to say? Well, my beautiful Philippines, did you like my hair? What's this? You like my hair? Huh? Oh my God. She is so busy with their hair now. Before it was cell phone, now it's hair.
Dila. Dila. Dila.
Habang hindi naman natin.
Bilang meat is cooking bilang meat.
As good as these pork chops look, I invite you to eat it because I can't. I'm not going to tell you how much I weighed myself last. I was shocked. And you know, I have a great problem of eating and going to sleep. So, tell everybody what you do.
Driving bicycle.
I am driving
Bicycle?
Every day, always half day.
Yeah.
No passenger.
Just like me. Why are you putting him down? He's working. He's not like a bicycle. Nothing positive. So he works real hard. I give my man a red horse. I give him sweet. No passenger, no money. Stop it. We have seen a couple of accidents with tricycles that don't do it. How long? What are your days like? What time do you work?
almost 12
12
years.
No, how many hours you work a day?
8 in the morning.
8 in the morning and
12.
Midnight?
No.
no.
Noon.
Oh. How many kids you got?
No pandemic.
How many babies?
3.
You see, if you drove longer, you won't have time to go home and make baby. And what do you do?
Maintenance in PT premises.
You do what?
PT premises.
Maintenance. Worker.
Maintenance. Oh, okay. I would ask Papa, but I know he's working on Jordan number 9. Mia, who made your chicken? Huh?
The one being fried cooking.
I can tell. Oh, very good.
Wala tubig no?
Something's happening over there. If I don't see smoke, I'm not worried. Very good.
Very good. Very good, Julian.
run out of rice. Did you enjoy your lunch? Yes? What was the best part? What did you like? Did you like the spaghetti?
Chicken gone.
You like the chicken? You like the chicken? Did you eat the fish?
Filipino, important rice.
Yeah, I know. Very important rice. Hey, we saw a girl down at Bogart. You know Bogart spaghetti? You know Bogart spaghetti? And you could tell she's been up for a few days. You could tell she probably smoked trouble. She's in dark clothes. She's very tired. And she could not talk. She goes like this. I said, what's wrong with your voice? Singing. I said, I don't think so. I think smoking shabu. So I asked her if she wants something to eat. I said, yeah, okay, come on. So I take her to a hamburger place. I said, you want a hamburger? No, I need rice. So I said, okay, Superwoman, come on. If rice is what you need, rice is what you get. So me and took her and bought her some rice. She said, no, I need rice. I said, okay. So I know how important rice is. So which one of your sisters is the oldest? Which one of your sisters is the oldest?
Cyril.
Which one?
She's
Oh,
in
no.
the young.
I'm talking about here.
Next to her is the one with the baby.
Oh, she's the
And
next?
next. The old from first is in Manila.
Oh, okay, okay.
Then me, then
Rafael, how you doing? Did you enjoy your lunch?
Yes.
What was the best part?
The chicken.
The chicken. We have more in common than what you think. You don't like the pork chops, Rafael?
No.
Oh. Is this regular Coke?
It's like
Okay. So we want to thank you for joining us for lunch with us at our home here in our home. You're watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action and the disrespect of others or forcing it up. And sometimes, you're only ever seen it. And the best remember in life is to live good. We're living good today. I hope you are too. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ali Whiskey Former, yeah, the temptation one side. Treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good hair, make them feel like a king. And remember, I always love you more. We got some crabs, and we're gonna put that on the end of the stream. Right? I'm gonna post this today, okay? So I will talk to you later. I'm gonna turn the phone. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. You know, friends, somebody commented on my comments and said, you know, I like to watch people eat. Well, I hope you got your fill in that little segment. I wish I moved the camera over a little bit more, but you know, Murphy's Law, can't go wrong. Will, you know, yeah. But anyway, I wish I closed the door in the back because the light coming in. But you know, hey, you know, spontaneity is what is known as raw. That's what you just got, raw. Okay, now that was our Sunday guest. You know, who we had over for lunch. Janelle, my daughter. I miss her so much. There she is again. One other video I did before about the fish market, and we talked about crabs. So, for those of you who remember that video, this is for you. So I guess this would be, and now this. Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Well, you know, a lot's going on. As you can see this Ichiban come. Give me up. Give me Ichiban. She ignores me just like most of the women of my life. But anyway, I went shopping today. And come on up, Ichiban. Ichiban is a German Shepherd. This is Okimi. She is a Golden Retriever, a Labrador. And of course, you know Helen. She's a Husky who's like a cat. She just ignores me all the time. And what I want to show you is that I'm going to turn everyone on to, you know, I've been allergic to shrimps all my life. I don't eat seafood at all, except tuna fish or something like that. Occasionally, I will eat a little fish, milkfish or what have you. But I don't venture beyond the crustacean like other than clams. So I never ate crabs. You know, crabs have always been a delicacy in the U.S. For a lot of you know, from king crab, Alaskan crabs. Okay, so come here, ma'am. So me and I, a place that we did a video, we stopped and we picked up some crabs. Here, turn this way. So me is going to cut over the crabs. I think she's a little nervous. First, hold them up and show them what crabs, how they come. This is like 1 kilo, and it's 490 pesos. That's $10. How many pieces are in there, ma'am?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Oh,
So 100
okay.
each.
5 pieces. Thank you. Five pieces are in there now. Okay, so this is what they are. They are live. Show them that they're live. So yeah, do it like that, and they'll move. Yeah, you see, they move. Okay, but okay, so these are crabs. So I'm gonna bring Raphael. Wait, first cut them, Mia. Mia's gonna cut them and drop them inside. She doesn't know how to cook crabs. I've never cooked crabs, but my uncles and them had cut crabs before, and all I know is that they just boil the shit out of them.
Yeah, that's what you want.
We'll cut them all loose, Mia.
You're gonna.
Cut them all loose.
Okay.
Okay, there's another one.
Okay.
Come over here, Jalissa, so she can see. Come around here so she can see. Yeah,
Hey!
cutting the crabs. This is gonna be a family video, I guess. Okay, so let's see.
Just wait that.
Let's see what you got. Whoa. Okay, so you pick them up like this. Come here, Raphael. Oh! He pretty me. Look at him. Come here, Jalessa. Show them in the sink. Come here, in the sink. See, look at them running around. Come here, Raphael. Get him, Raphael. No, don't cut him with the scissors. Turn them over. Turn them.
Like this.
No. Yeah, put it like this and grab them like this, and then you pick them up like this. Oh, and you praise it. Okay, watch
Like
out.
this.
Okay, yeah.
In like this.
Yeah, well, that's Come here, Michael Chris. You trying? Come here, Michael Chris. Look.
That's
See,
like
look,
this,
see?
like this, oh.
Yeah, you see? No, look at him. See, he's trying to get around. You see? Where are the eyes?
Here's the eyes, oh.
No, that's not the eyes.
Yeah, that's the eyes.
The eyes. Oh, what's
Here,
that?
oh, that's why they
Oh,
have.
that's why I see.
Oh, look. She look
So we
at
pick
you.
up this one. So that's why he's able to get one. So you pick one from behind. You see?
Hi, my Chris.
Come here, Michael Chris.
Here, you hold here.
Yeah, come here.
Here, my Chris, oh, hold it. Oh. Sige. Na, sige.
Well, yeah, he didn't do that. Well, okay, Raphael, first put his head down like this and grab him from behind.
This.
Yeah, grab him like that. And show the camera that you are man enough to hold a crab. Show the camera, show his face. Turn him this way, Yeah, that's Raphael. He's holding the crab. Yeah, look at that. Look at my boy. Okay, of course, we have them all over the place. You see them kind of moving around.
4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7.
Oh, 7, not 5. Okay.
Like this. Like
Okay, so we going to what are you gonna cut? What are you cutting his leg? Is that paper?
Wait. Wait,
Okay, wait.
it's okay.
Okay, wait. So we're gonna take this one right here and hold them like this. And we will give this one to our housekeeper, Jalessa. Okay.
You sure?
Okay. Okay. You see the dogs. The dogs are looking excited.
You put here.
No. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Because they're
The walking. Look. Oh.
Look at Helen. Helen, what do you say, Helen? Is that a crab, Helen? Look at Helen getting the crab. Look at Helen. Leave alone, Helen. Get him, Helen. Get him.
You bite the nose. Here's the two.
Okay, what's that?
Oh.
Here.
There they go.
It's not easy to.
Okay, so this is Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. What we're gonna do is that I guess we're gonna try to cook these things. I never cooked them before. We're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna thank Jalessa on the camera. She's our housekeeper. Okay, thanks for watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly, always pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. Look at my little niece here. She just graduated. I was talking to her last night. And the best revenge in life is to live good. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ollie Woodson, former lead singer of Temptation, once sung, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king. President Gerard. I read in the papers that now that he's no longer president, he's going to go back to teaching in school. And he was a prosecutor, so he's going to teach the police academy about law and corruption and etc. And they just had another couple of big busts here in the Philippines, but I don't want to get into that. Of course, the usual suspects, are connected to politicians, police, and street level and dealers. That's something that doesn't happen in the U.S., but, case laws at all, they tend to bust a few street level drug dealers and call it a day, but they never catch the ones who really are really high up. I'll tell you a documentary you should watch. It's called The Clinton Documentary. And you will see that the Clinton clan was one of the biggest cocaine dealers in the South. I think it was in Louisiana or something like that. And the list of people who had disappeared or died during his quest for governor to keep him in office and ultimately president. And one of the reasons why that Clinton was never connected to it was because they never can catch him with the money. They followed the money, and the money never led to Bill Clinton. It led to his circle, but never to him. So, there were crazy things, like people committing suicide by cutting their heads off, and two children they had this private runway that landed in Arkansas, and two kids saw the plane land, and they were killed and put on the railroad tracks, and it said that the train hit them, they fell asleep on the tracks, but because they had their hand in the district attorney's department, what have you, nothing was ever done. But anyway, if you get a chance, watch it. But I say that to say that the big fish never really get caught. It's always the little fish. Okay? So remember, I always love you more. Here's something that you should think about before we get into sex and a Filipino girl. If you have a Filipino girl, ask her, what is the airplane position? Better yet, ask her what the helicopter position is. I'll always love you more. I'll talk to you later. Peace.